And as we move, it's so funny, like, we were dying under a tree, but a couple of hours from the tree was a swamp. So we arrive in a swampy place. In this swampy place, because we have not eaten for days, like 2-3 days, nothing to eat at all. Now in this swampy place, the mosquitoes like would just invade and jump on you. So what you could do, like you just wipe them. You know, you just wipe, like you find. When they find an open place in your body, they just jump into your body. And so as we're walking in that swampy place, I think that I was around 12 that time. So probably I was this tall. Maybe when the clip, if you saw 2 little kids playing football, did you see those one? Yeah, one of those kids is me. So I was like this small. So when somebody fall in that swamp, nobody gives you a hand. Nobody looks behind. It was that bad. You just hear the bubbles. The person is gone. You try to grab them. You have no strength to pull somebody out. So we're like around 400 people. But 400 people mixed with adults. In the end of the journey, only 16 people survived. And as I remember, the 16 people who survived were the one who were keeping positivity, including one of our commander. I can't remember his name. His name is Commander Wangsha. We never used to see fear in his eye. No matter what he will say, we're going to get there. You know? And so when I look at his eye, I look at those I could remember were those who were not complaining and cussing. Those who are complaining and whining and really freaking out will just shoot themselves or something happen. So in this place, we arrived in a higher ground. And here, I began picking snails on top of the water. Then I'll roast them and eat them. Others started laughing at me. But later on, they started joining. Some adults died with their pride because they cannot eat snails. It's against our culture. In Sudan, you cannot eat frogs, snails, or snakes, depending where you come from. But there's some other, you know, because lost boys were mixed up from different part of South Sudan and the north, you know. In Ethiopia, I used to see the Nubians boys, the survivors. They were really surviving more than the one from the south because they were able to eat anything. So you find a little Nubian guy will come and see a snake behind your hut and tell, is this yours? And if you say no, he'll grab his head and cook it or just eat it. And so like when I could remember, those guys were not able to die when they're eating those things. So I'm going to eat these things. And so we all gather under another tree because our numbers was decreasing. People getting so skinny, others don't want to eat anything and they want to die with their pride. So we ran out of energy. So we decided to relax. Some decided, no, we're going to continue going. So those who were left under the tree, when somebody died, the vultures would come and eat. The other birds will come and eat and would shoot them and we eat them. And so after a while, this animal realized we're actually eating them when one of our person dies, so we eat them. So they decided not to come. No snails was floating. Snails refused to float. I don't know, whoever communicated to them that there are people who are going to eat you, they are staying under this tree, I don't know. So the birds are staying from a long distance. And so what happened is, we look what is around us. So when somebody dies, we'll put bombs around him and push him toward another tree far away from us because we want the hyenas to come and maybe try to eat the dead body, and then when the bomb explodes, and then now we go eat the hyena. And so what happened is the hyenas come, take the body, the bombs explode, and you don't understand what speed did they use? And you don't find any dead hyena. And so one morning I went under the tree. You see, my senses changed. You know, this is the lowest point in my life as a human being. You know, despite about seeing people dying, I've seen people from as a kid or being in the battlefield. Those ones are not lowest point to me. Those were action of bitterness. I've seen hunger before, but I've never seen somebody starve to death in front of me. And now my sense is changing. Like, I look at my fellow human being, they smell like food. They smell like dry meat. I don't know if many of you have ever eaten a dry, you dry a lamb for a couple of days, you put salt on it and it smells nice. You don't want to cook it, you want to eat it that way. So what used to happen is, that's how people were smelling to me. So my body is changing. I want to eat my fellow human being. So I went onto another tray, the tray that we put bombs on, to see if there's any pieces left that I can eat without anybody seeing me doing that. And so when I went under the tray, there was no piece. It's only flies. And when you try to chase the flies, there's nothing left. Everything has been cleaned up. So I came down back under the tray that I was. There's the song called Forced to Sing, the one I was doing earlier. A friend of mine, is my time up? Okay, because showing 0-0, okay. All right, okay. So, do you know how many minutes I have? All right, cool. You know, it always happened to me. In Africa, we don't respect time, you know. Just do it. We just do it. It's okay.